starts activity in the early months of 2026 have gotten off to a tremendous start. When we look at our offices category, which includes data centers, we see that start spending is up 13-fold over the same period a year ago. For megaprojects, which is projects over $1 billion in total value, we see those are up over 500% year to date. And when we look even more broadly at our data, we see that non-residential building construction is up 80% over the same period a year ago. These are really fantastic numbers, and a lot of it is being driven by data centers. And that just begs the question for so many of us in the industry who aren't constructing data centers, what opportunity is left for the rest of us? Well, I am thrilled to tell you that I'm going to tell you all about those opportunities now in the April edition of our Construction Economy Brief. Well, it is no doubt true that data center construction has done a lot to power non-residential building growth this year. You can see here that non-residential building activity, less offices and data centers, in its own right is growing very strongly. It's not getting the full boost of data centers, but there's a lot of opportunity that I can show you in this next graphic, and this shows all of our subcategory performance year to date. Of course, the top row here shows offices and data centers, but if you look at the next 8 categories, you'll see something very remarkable. The first one is that those next 4 subcategories are growing at 50% or more, which is tremendous. And then the 4 categories below that are growing at 5% or greater, 5% being about the rate of inflation. And so what we're seeing is that the next 8 subcategories after offices and data centers are growing at a really healthy pace. If we look at all of those categories collectively, they represent $32 billion. That's 42% above last year's comparable total. It's also approaching the size of our data centers figure, which is $35.6 billion. So it's really important to understand that while data centers are hogging the headlines and they're worth $35.5 billion or so, there's another $32 billion of opportunity for those out there who don't deal with data centers. I think it's also worth noting the diversity of these 8 subcategories. You'll notice, first of all, that they range across both the public and private sector, and then they also range across non-residential building and civil construction. And so this diversity means that there's a lot of diverse opportunity for the construction industry as well. If you want to learn more, visit our website, constructconnect.com/economic-resources, and also connect with me on LinkedIn. I hope you stay sharp and keep building.